a jumbo jet. It wasn't easy, but nothing is. No. Woo-hoo! When I feel heavy metal, woo-hoo! And I feel that I need a woo-hoo! When I lie and I'm easy all of the time, but I'm never sure why I need you. Please, I need ya. I got my head down when I was young. It's not my problem. It's not my problem. Woo-hoo! When I feel heavy metal, woo-hoo! And I feel that I need a woo-hoo! When I lie and I'm easy all of the time, but I'm never sure why I need you.
Walls.
I need ya.
That's beauty.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah.
All the people, so many people. Woo! I feel heavy metal. I got my head jerked. It wasn't easy. So many people, terrible people.
Yes? Are we ready then? The one I mentioned in my letters? And, well, let's just say they're helping me figure some things out.
Oh, what a pleasure, truly. Ash hasn't had much company since, please, excuse the mess.
Don't trouble yourself, Canas. We just wanted to say hello. Canas has been instrumental in keeping me up and running.
I see. Well then, welcome indeed. Ash, about your,
They know. I wouldn't have brought them here otherwise. Feel free to look around if you want. This was my home, where I started, and where everything went wrong.
Where she is.
Here's the workshop library. Strange what a scholar will collect. Lusty Argonian maid, really? And here, his time magic scrolls. Even when my father was still alive, he didn't consider keeping them in higher security. Probably because most people wouldn't even see the value in stealing it. They'd just see scribbles of a mad bard. Here's where Arya did all his research, and where Canas now does his. Enchantments, soul gem research, and at one time artificial consciousness. Oh. Do you want to explore a bit more, or are we good here?
Nice clothes. Doesn't it feel better to be able to move freely and casually?
My humble beginnings. Imagine all that power and potential starting right here.
La 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 la.
What is it? Very well.
Of course. What is it you wish to know? That is a complicated question. One that Ash... That is where you come in. Be her friend, her companion. Help her navigate this world. Guide her on the right path. There was someone else once. Someone she was close to. But that bond... Ah, fascinating. That must be due to memory distortion. Over time, her memory banks have been corrupted, either consciously or subconsciously, to remove unpleasant thoughts.
Why is your beard right
She
here?
probably harbors guilt about not being able to
You didn't
save
have
her
a
father
joke.
when he died. Thus, she tells herself that she was not there for the event, and thus did not experience it, even if it was really too late. At the time, the Dragon Break, a chaotic event, a rip in the fabric of time, blurring the lines between realities. Ario and Rebecca. Ario believed it was gone, blotted from existence. As if, yes, and it seems that knowledge came at a price for him as well. I sensed a darkness growing within him, a corruption that whispers of Daedric influence. I fear his end will not be a peaceful one. Need something? Until next time.
What's our next plan? All right then. What's our next plan of action? Lead the way.
Second Seed 17, 4E191. Late evening. Another partial reactivation attempt. Her voice modulation stuttered out a single syllable. Couldn't make sense of it, but it's something. The etching device has been running non-stop. She's receiving lessons in swordsmanship, alchemy fundamentals, literacy, everything I can feed her. I just hope it's truly her that emerges on the other side. If this Ash is different, if the original's consciousness was severed that day, then so be it. I'll still do my best to guide her. I owe that much to Ario. Duema audio recorder engaged. Frostfall 17, 4E175. Late evening. I just returned from the site of Ash's final stand. The assassin's handiwork, it's worse than I feared. I found her. Ash, or what remains of her. Limbs detached, chest plating scorched by lightning. I warned Ario not to meddle in such forces. Time magic, Daedric pacts, the meddling with souls. Did he listen? Of course not. I've dismantled her frame for transport and brought it back to the workshop. Whether she's truly dead or merely deactivated is anyone's guess. If she had a soul gem core, perhaps it's salvageable. If so, I owe it to Ario, my old friend, to at least try.
You have 4 records to listen before Asha something, so.
Sun's dusk 8, 4E175. Late night. So, I examined Ash's torso. The soul gem reactor is intact, though heavily damaged. The lightning strike must have overloaded it. Her memory banks appear corrupted. The question is, if I reinitialize them, does that mean I bring her back, or simply create a new version of her? Ario wanted to preserve his wife, Rebecca. Instead, he ended up making this. I don't mean to speak ill of them, but RK preserve us. We never should have dabbled in these future-era notes.
Remember,
Anyway,
a smart
I'll
mouth
attempt to
can't see
restore
you
the
when
core's
the hell's
integrity
on fire.
tomorrow. If we're lucky, I can jumpstart her energy signature. Then we'll see what we're dealing with.
See shit.
Hearthfire 2, 4E178. Late evening. 2 years. 2 entire years, and I'm still at this. On the brighter side, I've stabilized her power core. She's in a pseudo standby now, somewhere between inert and alive. The etching device, it's interesting. I'm funneling bits of Ario's voice recordings into her memory, so perhaps she'll hear him teaching her. If, or when she wakes, she might think Ario was guiding her all this time. Of course, is that truly Ash, or am I forging some new mind from the scraps of the old? Hard to say, but she's more than a hunk of metal. She has a soul gem after all. Frostfall
Sorry.
9, 4E187. Early morning. Her body needed modifications, especially after that lightning damage. I improved her insulation so she can handle frost and shock better. I also reworked some plating around her torso and legs. Functionally, it means better heat dissipation and structural support. Visually, well, let's just say I tried to keep the aesthetics consistent with Ario's design. Truth is, I see her as Ario's daughter, flesh or not. If she truly wakes, she deserves to be sturdy enough to face this world without fear. Mid-year 30, 4E194, late night. I'm closer now. She's begun responding to certain triggers, like hearing Ario's name or references to father. There's a new tension in her magicka flow. I'm certain something is alive in there, forging connections. Is it Ash, or a blank slate shaped by these artificial memories? Either way, I find myself eager to meet her. Last seed 28, 4E195, dawn. She woke up. Finally, after all this time, her eyes opened, and I saw something I can't quite describe. A relief, anger, confusion, all at once. She stood, tested her limbs, rummaged for a sword, and then she just stormed out. Didn't give me a word, or even a look back. I spent 2 decades trying to bring her back. 2 decades, and she runs off without so much as a thank you. But perhaps I shouldn't blame her. Whatever she's feeling, it must be overwhelming. A fragment of Ario's soul. A cluster of old memories. A brand new life. If she returns, I'll be here. Even if she's a different Ash than the one Ario dreamed of, she deserves a chance to stand on her own. Ario, I hope I've done right by you.
Dwemer recording device activate. Audio Evelyn recording. Hearthfire, the 9th, 4E175. A week has passed since Ash's awakening. She is acclimating, as expected. It is a unique circumstance, after all. To be born with the mind of an adult, yet lacking the experiences that shape a soul. It's as if she possesses the knowledge, but hasn't yet grasped its application. I've imbued her with a natural aptitude for swordsmanship, for example. Yet her initial attempts were less than graceful. I recall a rather unfortunate incident involving a puddle and a misplaced foot.
In my defense, the puddle was deceptively deep, and the lighting in the courtyard was suboptimal.
Yes, Ash. However, I observe a marked improvement in her technique.
You sure you don't
She
need
wields the blade with increasing proficiency, as if her very being is attuned to its rhythm. Perhaps,
You
like
sure you don't
mortals,
need me to take some of
the
that
true
weight?
mastery of the
Doesn't look
skill
pleasant.
requires not merely theoretical understanding, but the visceral experience of its
that down.
practice. And Ash, with her unique constitution, seems to absorb these lessons with remarkable speed. A testament to the potential of her design.
I'll do my best not to disappoint. Do you need something? Be mindful.
All right, do it.
Yes? What did you need? Farewell.
Mid-year 30. 4E194. Late night. I'm closer now. She's begun responding to certain triggers, like hearing Ario's name or references to father. There's a new tension in her magicka flow. I'm certain something is alive in there, forging connections. Is it Ash, or a blank slate shaped by these artificial memories? Either way, I find myself eager to meet her. Last Seed 28. 4E195. Dawn. She woke up. Finally, after all this time. Her eyes opened, and I saw something I can't quite describe. A relief, anger, confusion, all at once. She stood, tested her limbs, rummaged for a sword, and then she just stormed out. Didn't give me a word or even a look back. I spent 2 decades trying to bring her back. 2 decades, and she runs off without so much as a thank you. But perhaps I shouldn't blame her. Whatever she's feeling, it must be overwhelming. A fragment of Ario's soul. A cluster of old memories. A brand new life. If she returns, I'll be here. Even if she's a different Ash than the one Ario dreamed of, she deserves a chance to stand on her own. Ario, I hope I've done right by you.
Need something.
Alchemy, when done right, can provide a discernible combat advantage. Here's the bedroom. Kness sleeps on the guest bed. I sleep downstairs, if you could call it that. My father built me my own room shortly after I was born. But I can choose to sleep whenever or wherever I want, really. Lying in bed just adds extra flavor. As for this bedroom, this used to be my father's. If I were a typical baby, I would have been made here. But I was made downstairs. Don't know why my father wasn't able to conceive with... Wait a second. What's that painting? I've always wondered who she is. Looks a bit like me, but not quite. Ario never mentioned anything about her mother. just that he made me. I mean, you don't need two to make a construct. Just a soul gem, a madcap mind, and a veritable hoard of rare materials. It did. I just brushed it off as my father's old memorabilia. I had other things going on in my mind at the time, and I kind of still do. I've asked Canas about her, and he just says she was a research colleague. I don't know what it is, but he might be hiding something. Would you have an idea about who she is? Oh, hadn't thought about it that way. That is a possibility. Interesting theory, but Canas isn't the sort to lie. Academics in their pursuit of truth and all. Creators often leave signatures of their work. If my hunch is right, there's perhaps something inside me. A signature that can verify who I truly am. I want to know if Ario alone is my father, or if she is my mother too.
When I feel heavy metal.
Canas, I need you to open me up.
Why, Ash? I don't think that's necessary. Your last examination went quite well, if memory serves.
I need to find out about what or who I truly am. And who that woman is.
I already told you, don't...
Just do this, please.
Fine. Lie down on your construction table. Let's have a look. Around here lies a memory imprint device that houses Ash's memories. It allows her to dream, in a sense. But on very rare occasions, those near her can experience her memories through unexplained soul gem magic. Hold a moment. What's this? There's a scrying device log attached to it. What could possibly be contained in... Oh dear. Divines. This won't end well. Time to wake up, Ash.
When I feel heavy metal.
I found this.
Cumulative automaton audio log. Rebecca and Ario of Ellen. The woman in the painting. We need to listen to it.
I'd suggest you don't. It might just bring up more heartbreak. And you've already been through so much. I must confess, there are secrets about Ario and his work that I've kept hidden. It was not my place to burden you with the past before you were ready.
You're a great
You are not
alchemist.
ready.
You know that, right?
Try
And
being born
that's
with the only
coming from
purpose to
me,
live
so
and
it means
experience.
something.
Then have that stolen away from you a month after you were born. Do not lecture me, Canas. I do not fear my past as you do. I need answers.
Dwemer audio recording device activate. Are you a villain dictating? Sundis, the third of last seed, in the year of 4E171. This scrying device will capture the essence of my work. It's more than just a record. It's a window into the very fabric of our research. I, Ario,
Why would you go there? Oh my god, Zara.
the Dwemer, those masters of forgotten technologies, inspire me. Their legacy, their creations, unparalleled, even in this era. I believe their insights hold the key to unlocking a new age of progress. Why rely on magic, on fleeting enchantments, when we can build machines that surpass mortal limitations? Imagine automatons capable of tireless labor, easing the burdens of humankind. That is my goal, to create lifelike, efficient machines, inspired by the Dwemer's genius, but tailored to the needs of our time. And by my side, my beloved Rebecca, my partner in both life and research.
Greetings. Ario, dearest, you do have a penchant for rambling when you get
Goody.
passionate. Cannot you simply get to the point without dallying? Look, here's what we'll do. I shall take over these recordings so that our listeners need not suffer through your endless monologues. No one wishes to hear your entire life story at every turn.
Oh, but Becca... You may have a point.
It's settled then. I've always wanted to use a scrying device anyway.
First seed, the 15th, 4E172.
Our research is progressing well. We hit a roadblock, but fate intervened. We stumbled upon the notes of a time magic wielder. Don't worry, we're not dabbling in forbidden arts. We're merely studying their findings, seeking inspiration for our own work.
Stumbled, she says. As if she didn't masterfully charm them free from her old suitor's clutches.
Hush, Ario. Discretion is paramount in our field. Let's just say I acquired the notes through persuasion. And rest assured, they will be returned to Medius once we've gleaned the knowledge we need. Second seed, the second, 4E172. Eureka! We have deciphered the notes. Likely due to my brilliance.
Who's rattling on now, Bex?
Anyway, the Time Wielder's notes have revealed a secret of unimaginable power. A dragon break, a rupture in reality itself, offering glimpses into alternate timelines and dimensions. Imagine a world where automatons are commonplace, where technology has surpassed even our wildest dreams.
Only his
We've been
name
inspired to create
when
something
she
truly
contributed to the work.
a machine
the
that
research.
reflects the limitless possibilities we've
Her
witnessed.
ideas and research
We
made
call
it
her
possible for him to do.
and she's unlike anything Tamriel has ever seen.
However, we can't exactly get her to work. We only have a shell. It seems, with the limits of our technology, to grant her sentience, we need a soul. The said soul will need to be of appreciable quality. A gem containing the soul of a common bandit just won't do.
That's why UC has been put on hold. For now.
While we're waiting, I'll continue to study the body we built, before forwarding my observations to Canas, my protege.
Now, Ario, shouldn't we get going to Blackreach? That corundum for your Evelyn Dwemerweave isn't going to mine itself, you know.
That's enough.
Why? You can't just end it like this. There must be more. You've kept so much from me.
I said that's enough. You need more time to process and handle this before you listen to the rest. Snobbishness at the beginning leaves you weak for what's to come.
That was my father and my mother. So close I could reach out and touch them. You don't have the right to do this to me. Come on, help me out here.
No amount of convincing can allow me to change my mind. Resolve your vengeance frustration first, then we can deal with this after.
I thought you were against the idea of revenge.
I still am. This is not living and experiencing. Your father would agree. Your idea of settling it is different from mine. If you go down this path, it will only lead to ruin.
Only fools deal with absolutes. I'll settle this on my own terms. Come, friend. If Canos won't help us now, then we'll come back later. Let's go find us some leads.
Another dead end. I've combed through every tome, blueprint, and scrap of Dwemer research I can get my hands on. A lost schematic. With the right Huh. What? A forging method like this could answer questions
This is a
Ario and I could only
suboptimal start
theorize
time.
about. Questions I
Well,
need
look
answers
at you.
to.
Even the perfect machine can wake up on the wrong side of the charging station, it seems.
This time of day is only optimal for those who consider scurrying around in the dark a productive activity. Normal people are asleep.
And are you saying you're a normal person now, Ash?
Whatever. Let's just get this over with. Here's my bedroom. This is where I spent most of my time. Father always encouraged me to explore my interests. He believed a well-rounded mind was essential, even for an automaton. The workbench is where I tinker. Modify my gear, experiment with new designs. I find the process calming. A way to channel my energies. As for the weapon rack, I appreciate a well-crafted blade. Each one has its own personality, its own balance, its own rhythm. Choosing the right weapon for the task is an art form, wouldn't you say? I also keep a lot of books. Knowledge is power, or so they say. The meditation mat is where I try to make sense of things, to understand these emotions that flicker within me. And on that desk, those are flowers that my father gave to me. He said they represented hope, renewal. He wanted me to experience the beauty of the world. Still trying to figure out what that means. Enough of that.
When I feel heavy metal.
Ash is Ario's creation, that. I have a feeling she knew all this time. She just repressed it. All right, do it.
Vigilance is key in the path to victory. Shaken, not broken. Though, I admit, having someone steady beside me helps recalibrate the circuits. That is a tactically sound assessment. And I appreciate the sentiment. Thank you. Oh, what is it? It's a lot to process. Hearing his voice again, seeing her image. To know they created me, but for a purpose I'm only beginning to understand. Ario designed me to blend in, to appear as human as possible. My speech patterns, my mannerisms, all carefully crafted to mimic your kind. But even the most convincing imitation can't mask the fundamental question. Am I merely a reflection of another, or a being on my own? A shadow cast by a borrowed soul, or a flicker of something more? What's my strategy? I never realized how much effort he poured into me. 20 years and I just woke up and left, like a child stomping off after an argument. I didn't see any of this then. Didn't want to see it. I was so consumed by my quest for vengeance that I couldn't spare a thought for the man who essentially raised me. The extra plating, the heat channels, the adjustments. He did it all to protect me. I always found him meddlesome, but now I see he was trying to be the father Ario never had the chance to be. In his own clumsy way, he gave me a childhood, albeit a manufactured one. Taught me to speak, wield a sword, be myself. It's strange, feeling gratitude after being fueled by anger for so long. But if I'm to move forward, truly move forward, I need to admit how lost I've been. And let those who care about me help. I just hope it's not too late. When I first learned of them, I felt violated. I'd wait to find new plating, fresh runic seams, or odd channels for cooling. Now I realize he was fighting to keep me alive. Without those invasive tweaks, I might never have woken up at all. It's not the body I began with, but it's the one that kept me from dying a second time. That perspective helps. I can't replace Ario, obviously. But Canas, he's earned a place in my life that I never acknowledged. If Ario was the spark that created me, Canas was the one who fanned the flame, kept it alive. Maybe I can think of them both as my fathers, in different ways. Sometimes, I see children playing, carefree, while I was lying on a table, connected to some Dwemer etching device. My first memories are hazy illusions of Ario teaching me trivial things. But maybe that's all childhood really is. A process of learning, guided by someone who cares. So, in a strange sense, I did have one. Just not the sort you'd expect. Now I realize he was fighting to keep me alive. Sometimes. But maybe that's all childhood really is. A process of learning, guided by someone who cares. So, in a strange sense, I did have one. Just not the sort you'd expect. Just thinking about our next move. Any ideas? What is it? I lacked the connections and, frankly, the confidence. But with you at my side, I'm feeling more optimistic. Perhaps even a bit reckless. There's a first time for everything. Besides, a little bit of it might be just what we need to shake things up. Not directly, but here's the plan. This assassin belongs to the Dark Brotherhood. Perhaps you carry a tattered coupon for discounted assassinations? I caught a glimpse of the bastard who killed my father as they fled. They wore a red mantle with a black hand embroidered onto it. Then it seems we'll need to be a bit more creative. Innkeepers tend to see and hear a lot. Perhaps one of them knows a whisper about Dark Brotherhood informants. A few well-placed coins might loosen their tongues.
I don't know. In my experience, a smile and a polite turn of phrase usually works wonders.
The bloodshot eyes and extra sharp teeth didn't scare anyone off?
Striking, aren't they?
I think your conversation partners were more concerned about being struck.
Now you're getting it. A little intimidation isn't solely reserved for brutes.
Have I mentioned I don't like snow?
You've had quite the day. I'm not sure how you're still walking straight.
Waiting won't bring us answers.
All that.
Let's find this informant. Years of practice, and a talent of pretending everything's fine.
I've used that trick on myself once or twice. Never works as well as we hope. I can't claim to understand exactly what you're feeling, but I do know what it's like to learn your life isn't what you thought it was.
Difference is, you had a family to start with. All I've got are a couple of inventors, an unfinished instruction manual, and now a mystery collaborator no one saw fit to mention.
True. I have a family. Or a close enough approximation of one, anyway. Your creators seem like good people, at the very least. Not everyone can say that.
I wish I had more time with them, so I could verify that claim myself. Come on then. It's not like sitting around dwelling will make that come true. You seem eager to get going. Fortunately, my internal systems include a location beacon. Consider it a courtesy for less spatially aware companions. Give me your journal.
You know,
You'll find a new
I'm still
entry
thinking
as
about your
tracking
father's
marker.
scrying logs.
However, I
The way
trust you
he
understand the
just
importance of
appeared.
privacy.
I've
This is
never
only
seen
for
anything like it.
tactical
Not a
coordination.
ghost, not a memory either. What is it?
It's a complex projection. A memory given form through adapted Dwemer technology. A visual echo, essentially. Highly advanced.
Grammar stuff.
Advanced, huh? Gods, the applications. I could have a perfect studious-looking version of me reading in the library at home, while the real me is down at the Bannered Mayor sampling their brandy.
You would use a marvel of arcane engineering, a device meant to preserve a person's very essence, to shirk your reading assignments.
Absolutely. Think of the efficiency. You of all people should appreciate that. Besides, a girl needs her beauty rest, even an undead one.
We make a good team, don't we? Let's see what we can accomplish today. I may look, feel, and flesh and blood. That being said, I don't intend... This is what we call an ash plug. Think of it as a healing potion, except for automatons. And before you ask, no, I didn't name it.
You know, for someone
If I
chasing
take
a murder cult,
they expire
you
upon
sound almost...
With those, I
giddy.
should be right as rain. I'm just encouraged that our search is progressing efficiently.
Mm-hmm. You look like a starving fledgling who just smelt some blood on the wind.
My reason hasn't abandoned me, Serana. This venture is a calculated risk, and I like my odds.
And here I thought you were all just ingots and gears under there. Turns out, you've got a little gambler inside you.
I prefer strategist, but I'll let you keep your delusion if it amuses you so.
Fine. Just don't expect me to scrape you off the cobblestones if this little strategy of yours goes south.
You scrub floors? I'd never dream of it. But... noted. I'll try to keep my wits about me.
While I don't like the rift is truly something else. Just look at these leaves. You don't typically see anything like them anywhere else in Skyrim.
Going here. I don't know, but I hated it. Uh, Can nobody really like you? Says everything I turn. Happiness stays on my mind. Know that I'm missing you, yeah.
Like those eyes you got. Bad hunger.
Shut the
Need a ride?
fuck up now.
Where do you want to go?
Fuck up, bro.
Climb and back, and we'll be off.
Let's go.
Already? And here I was thinking the woman made of metal and magic had been upset. Don't tell me you're getting winded.
My operation now is steam travel is more checks.
Easy there, killer. I'm just messing with you. But I'm curious. Do you actually get tired?
Tired isn't the correct term. My system I have a simulated response, a leftover from my initial scripting.
Simulated? So you could just turn it off?
Theoretically. Because I haven't. It's a useful diagnostic. It reminds me to run checks before a minor joint misalignment becomes a critical failure.
Of course. Only you would turn taking a break into a scheduled maintenance check.
My maintenance checks are scheduled. Your weather complaining, however, seems to have...
Never been to Hong Kong? Some say it's built by the dwarves. Leave burning.
I want...
Don't.
Nice clothes. Doesn't it feel better to be able to move freely and casually? I'm glad you're here.
It's strange. I grew up in a family that was all blood ties, titles, and expectations. And still, was cold and transactional. Ash? She didn't even get that. No blood relatives, barely any time with the one person she did call father. And yet you can see how much those bonds, however short-lived, still define her. The Dwemer architecture is just so exquisite. You can tell that the city definitely has its own flavor compared to the other ones in Skyrim.
Hey, do you have a moment? I wanted to talk about the time magic wielder's notes back from my father's lab. Then you might recall mention of certain individuals who guided the automatons. Specifically, a figure named Kalina, though she often went by Colin. Colin was in every sense a caretaker. She tended to the dolls' mental and emotional needs, ensuring they remained stable despite their harsh duties. Persiga handled much of the technical aspects, but Colin was the heart, always ready to listen, console, and guide. I admire her. She reminds me that even those born from metal and magic, automatons, can seek comfort and trust in another's empathy. Which brings me to you. You've been fulfilling that role in my life. Listening, supporting, helping me learn who I am. So, I want to call you Carlin. It's a way to honor the person she was, and to recognize the compassion you've shown me. I hope this doesn't sound odd. It simply feels right to me. Would you let me address you by that name?
Sure, whatever.
Wonderful. Then, Cullen it is. Thank you, Cullen.
Still weird.
So, what do you want to talk about?
Juniper.
Keep that weapon sharp, and that wit sharper. It's a dangerous world out there.
First time in Markarth, traveler. Take my advice. If you see anything, don't get involved. The city guard will take care of it.
Yeah, for real.
Your favorite kind of traveler, then. The market area is just inside the gate. Head on in. Keep your nose clean and you won't have any problems with us.
Toronto. Can nobody do it like you? Just every little thing you do.
Bit of jewelry for your journey home.
Hey, watch it!
Lovely on the
I'd die for my people.
You're inside the city?
here in the city.
Everyone stay back. The Markarth city guard have this all under control. There are no forsworn here.
Cullen,
What?
innkeepers hear whispers others miss. It's possible one has caught wind of our target. Until next time.
By the gods, that man nearly killed me. You saved my life.
Yeah.
Thank you. Here. I was gonna bring this to my sister, but I think you should have it.
No, 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 no.
I should never have come to Markarth.
Waiting won't bring us answers. Let's
Did you
find this
see that,
informant.
madman? A forsworn agent, here in the city.
I know you're a cannibals, you know?
This has ruined my entire day.
We'll handle things from here. Move along. That's right. It isn't.
Go. Where's that fucking dragon thing?
Barkeep, I'd like a drink.
Oh, here she goes again. There she goes.
You know your way with destruction magic. Good.
Where are all the people?
Yes.
I don't really need to talk to you, man. I just... The black hands people challenge the beach powerful, the shred, we tread the separate shadow.
My maintenance cycle
Oh,
last
a
night
bit of
was
this, a bit of that.
anomalous.
Tax issues, legal
Could I
consultancy,
see
tracking
that
down
note?
long-lost relatives.
The Salvius farm. Perhaps there was a shred of truth in Nevis's words after all. After all this time. Justice. It may yet be within reach. A reminder that appearances can be deceiving. He seemed helpful, but beneath that facade, darkness. It makes me wonder, how can we truly judge good and evil? Mortals shift between those extremes so easily. But what about me? created with a purpose, programmed with morals. Where do I fit?
Same.
At my core, I'm not too dissimilar from dwarven automatons.
Fourth point awarded. What the fuck do you mean?
But I feel emotions. Compassion, anger, righteousness. Are these genuine or just algorithms mimicking humanity? Does it even matter, as long as they guide me towards the right path? But those are questions for another time. Vengeance first.
I thought you just went into standby mode. You don't dream? Even if you do sleep?
Not in the mortal sense. I reorganized my memory banks. Last night, however, I encountered a data fragment that didn't align with my recorded experiences.
Oh? And what was this mysterious data fragment?
My father had transformed into a sweet roll. A
Wabada.
very large one. I
Wabada.
was pursuing him through the workshop, and despite my awareness of his identity, I had an overwhelming directive to consume him.
Right. That sounds less like a dream and more like a corrupted memory file. Your processors probably just filled in the blanks with what you really wanted.
Oh no.
What?
That's a real memory. When Ario was first calibrating my gustatory receptors, I was fully conscious. He used a sweet roll as the primary test sample for pleasurable sensory input. The calibration must have cross-wired. For a moment, my primary senses perceived him as the source of the input.
And?
I lunged at him repeatedly, like a dog. He's fortunate I didn't attempt to bite.
Oh, gods. I can't. I almost choked. So that's your secret. All that cold, illogical programming, and it all comes undone with a bit of sugar. I knew you had a sweet tooth. I just didn't realize it was so literal.
Never heard.
Yes.
Do you need help? You're looking a bit overloaded
something?
there.
Yes.
Need something? What can I do for you?
Might as well kill you right here.
I'm still capable of feeling tense. Curious in my emotional
He
matrix
needs to
about
die,
such
though.
situations.
I'm sorry. Oh damn. Can't die. I know it.
We'll handle things from here. Move along.
So, That's the dude.
Personally, I never saw myself being a woodcutter. Cutting wood is a bit too burly of an activity for me.
Justice has been a long time coming. The time has come to face my past.
Go.
Stay focused.
Yo.
While I do not typically employ mortal idioms, I believe the appropriate phrase for this sensation would be, "My arms are killing me."
Oh, the horror! The woman
Tapos
forged
yung
from
nabangga.
Dwemer steel and enchanted leather has a sore arm. Pray tell, what Pelinolian task did you undertake? Polishing your sword too vigorously?
I have been pumping iron, as they say, optimizing my strength parameters, getting some gains.
Right.
Enough of that.
And I suppose your transmuted ebony fibers can experience hypertrophy. Can you actually build muscle?
Yes.
And your source for this groundbreaking biomechanical discovery is...
I made it.
Exactly. Look,
Watch
trying
it.
to impress me with boasts of physical strength is like trying to impress my father with a new way to brood. It's a wasted effort.
Are they done one time?
Peaceful, ain't it? The world could use a bit more of that. Oh, didn't see you there. Aye, that's me. I work as a woodcutter. Simple job around these parts, but it's honest. I assume you need some wood? For a campsite, perhaps? Can't think why else you'd seek me out. Ah, that slimy bastard. Would have fit in better with the guild than the Brotherhood. Always cared more about the coin than the cause. I, assume that he's dead.
Oh.
I knew it was coming to him eventually, sooner or later. Dealing death doesn't bestow a long life in return. That's what I once was. A death dealer. Now, I'm nothing but a simple logger. Now, what could I help you with? Ah, I see. It was an old Brotherhood contract. No, there's no way I'm divulging what happened, even after all these years.
You seem under the impression that you have a choice in the matter.
Well now, ain't that something? You're what old Aryo was working on, eh? Heard whispers, but never believed them. Never thought I'd see the day. A lass made of metal and magic. Aryo was a clever one, that's for sure.
How dare you utter my father's name? Tell me who ordered his death, assassin.
Can't do that, lass. Bound by an oath, you see. Even now, years later, some promises you just don't break.
An oath? Who in bloody oblivion cares about oaths? We're here because a family was cleaved apart by your blade. My family!
Ever taken a life yourself, girl? Ever felt that cold steel in your hand? Watch the light fade from someone's eyes?
Why do you ask?
Because every kill, every death, leaves a family broken. You ain't so different from me, lass. We've both got blood on our hands. Should the widow take her beloved's butcher knife and cut you down for the very crime you accuse me of?
Talk all you want, old man. It won't save you. You're going to answer for what you did to me.
Killing me won't bring him back, won't ease your pain. Violence just breeds more violence, girl. It's a spiral that never ends. I know that anger, that thirst for revenge, drove me to do terrible things. But I learned the hard way. It leads nowhere but emptiness. That's why I left it all behind. The blade, the brotherhood, blood. Found peace in these woods, in this simple life. Can't undo the past, lass. But I can choose to live differently now. Maybe you can too. You won't get any answers out of me. I've no loved ones, no family, nothing to lose.
Bastard! So the man won't talk. But there's a confession, and that's good enough with me. He took my father. Justice demands an equal price. We'll find what we need from his corpse.
Careful now.
I mean, like... I did kill him.
Something?
Just thinking...
So the man won't talk. But there's a confession, and that's good enough with me.
He should be the one who's pardoned.
Justice demands an equal price. We'll find what we need from his corpse.
Yeah, I thought but let's try this one.
Honor! Don't you dare preach to me about things you can't even fathom. He took my father, my purpose, everything. Can you grasp what it's like to be born for a reason only to have it ripped away? The emptiness I carry every single day. It's his blood for mine. Will you stand in my way for a stranger you don't know?
They're trying to help me.
You truly mean it. You'd actually raise your sword against me in defense of him. Do you truly believe that? I'm sorry. Blind rage, my emotional matrix. It was too much. I need to think. Do with him as you please.
Huh? Ash, observe your pragmatism. Tapak din.
Morning, Carlin.
Sharp blade, sharp mind. That's the key. Long life.
There's nothing like a stroll through the woods. It helps clear my mind.
Pragmatism. Tapak? Yo, bro, tell me.
Aye. Oath's a heavy thing. Weighs on a man's soul. But maybe there's a way. Don't make it easy, mind you. Got an old logbook stashed away, back in me shack. Keeps track of me past jobs. No names, just details. Dates, locations, that sort of thing. Sharp mind might be able to figure out who hired me, just from the facts. But I ain't saying a word myself. Oath's an oath. Find it yourself. Can't be breaking me word now, can I? Besides, bit of snooping never hurt anyone. Need something?
Oh no. You're the one who likes fetching things for people, not me. Go on. Have fun rummaging where you shouldn't. I'll wait out here. Take in the sights or something. You know me. My middle name may well be Macabre. And perhaps I want to do my own brooding. Rude of you to keep me from it. Ugh, fine. Don't look at me like that. I'll help. You'd better get on with it before I change my mind.
Need something? Hmm?
What's my strategy? Understood.
The place really does feel like... normal woodcutter's hovel. Our assassin... played the part well, but he's bound to have made a mistake over the years. A meticulous note-taker. Sentimental, even. I wouldn't have figured with his brusque demeanor. Come on, let's show this to Anne. Medius
Afternoon,
Adius,
Colin.
Ario's longtime rival in Academia. This one's bound to be a colorful personality.
Two. These two.
Ever tried cooking rabbit stew? I've read recipes, but tasting it, that's another matter. I could really bury myself in a good book right about now.
Yeah. Wait, no.
Need something? Good. Hope it helps put her mind at ease. Vengeance ain't a good look on anyone, especially not a lass like her. Right then. Just make sure that book finds its way back to me. safe and sound. Word gets out it's missing, the Brotherhood might come knocking. And that's a door I'd rather keep closed. And, thanks. Didn't think folk like you still existed. Good luck to you. And be careful out there. I'd rather not dwell on the past. Some stones are best left unturned.
Stop chopping wood.
Hey. It's odd. I didn't exert myself any more than usual, yet I still feel bone tired. So, what did you find? Medius. He was the one my parents mentioned in their recording. He must have been jealous of my father's work. Of me. I won't deny I still have some strong feelings about him. But I've had a moment to put things into perspective. He wasn't the one who ordered the hit, Medius was. If I were him, I would have done the same. It was a contract, and while his field of work definitely wasn't honest, it still was his work. I've also done the same. A lot of killing. I've certainly caused my fair share of grief. Why does his murdering of mine make me the exception? We got what we needed, and I see now violence wouldn't have changed that. We need to find out where this man lives. Let's ask Calcelmo in Markarth. He was my father's old friend. Considering Medius was my father's rival, Calcelmo would know. Skyrim isn't exactly a haven for academics, so the few that do reside here tend to be well acquainted.
Calcelmo? Funny. I've been reading his dwarf series. His discussion of Dwemer metallurgy is fascinating. I wonder if we'll ever rediscover how to... And your eyes have glazed over. Ash, you must find this kind of thing interesting, right? Considering your origins and all.
It's alright, I suppose. A little dry.
Well, what do you know? The apple can fall far from the tree.
Mind if I... sit closer? The fire's heat doesn't register on my senses, but proximity to you oddly does. Mind if I... sit closer? The fire's heat doesn't register on my senses, but proximity to you oddly does. Data logs. You are now classified as a portable heat source. That term is not in my standard lexicon. However, the emotional resonance data is trending positive. Very positive. Agreed. Your presence is a welcome counterbalance to the day's chaos. Thank you.
Dead though. Oh wow. Palace.
Colin, my father had a close friend in Markarth, a scholar named Calcelmo. He might know something about Medius. Vigilance is key in the path to victory.
What am I supposed to do? Never leave the house? You want that ending?
You're closing the stall.
Right behind
That's
you.
fine.
I'm ready if you are.
Now, out of fear? Is that what we're gonna teach our daughter?
The bloodiest beef in the Reach.
Why are you and Papa fighting?
We're not fighting.
I'm glad we're together.
Why don't I get you something to eat?
You there, pretty lady.
Mama and Papa will
You
talk
need some
later.
fresh meat for your family? Just look at the blood coming from this cut.
That's disgusting. Get that rotting carcass away from me.
What's wrong? You have to look at the blood closely to see the quality of the meat. How else will you know it's fresh?
I don't need to know if it's fresh from this distance.
My father had a close friend in Markarth, a scholar named Calselmo.
You don't know
You might
anything
know
about
something
this
about
house?
Medius.
No. Anyone seen entering or leaving? Any strange lights or unusual noises? It's abandoned, and it's always been abandoned.
Want a cut of venison or mutton?
Excuse me, but do you know anything about this house? Seen anyone enter or leave?
Came here, man.
Damn. It's like everyone in this city has amnesia. I'm with the Vigil of Stendar. We believe this house might have been used for Daedra worship, evil rites, and so forth. Thank you for your time.
Besides combat and training, I do enjoy a good read every now and then. After all, knowledge is power.
Outsiders.
Oh god, man. What's your problem, man?
Bloody enough for you, outsider? Then you found your home, friend. Blood and silver are what flows through Markarth. Welcome. Yeah,
What are you hiding, priest?
I'm not hiding anything. It's closed for a reason.
Typical Imperial lies. First, you take away Talos. Now you're keeping us from seeing our honored dead? You and the Jarl will answer for any desecration of my ancestors' bodies.
That's enough, Thongor. We're done.
You there. You another Imperial puppet? Answer me.
But I am Imperial. Huh?
There's a war on and you don't know what I'm talking about. The Jarl Igmund can refuse to see me all he wants. We own Sidna Mine, best prison in Skyrim, and source of half the wealth in this city. We keep the Reach safe. We flood Markarth with wealth. But does the Jarl listen to us when we want to say? No. He's busy forgetting that Ulfric Stormcloak saved this city from the Forsworn. Ulfric's a hero.
It's not even yours.
I'm Calselmo's nephew. I help him around the laboratory.
As you can clearly observe, I'm quite busy with my research. Your questions will almost certainly be answered once I publish my next opus. Which may never occur if I remain pestered by torchbugs such as your... Wait. You there. Step closer. Who might you be? And who might you be, my dear? I don't believe we've met.
What are you doing here? The excavation site is closed. I don't need any more workers or guards. I told you I'm not hiring any more guards. You idiot! I'm sorry, I got too excited. I'm in the middle. Excellent. I think you'll be glad that... Thank you. I'll be sure to put it to good use. A most pleasant chat. Until the next.
Friend of Aryo of Ellen. Was seeking information about a colleague of his, a scholar named Medius Attius.
Ah, are you? A brilliant mind, gone too soon. We were rivals, of course, both of us straining to understand the inner workings of Dwemer technology. Always vying for the most intriguing discoveries, the most groundbreaking theories. But, despite our antagonism, I always respected him. Medius, he was a different sort altogether. A formidable mind, yes, but also driven by a thirst for power that troubled me. But you, my dear, you are something else entirely. He used to ramble on about the possibility of creating sentient automatons. Machines that could think, feel, act with a semblance of free will. I dismissed it as a fanciful dream back then. But now, this aura, this energy, it's unlike anything I've encountered. A fusion of magicka and something more. Something beyond the realm of conventional artifice. Are you? It seems you achieved the impossible after all.
You know what I am?
How quickly you forget that Aryu's research frequently overlapped with my own. I read his theses, even helped him on occasion. But rest assured, your secret is safe with me. A scholar knows the value of discretion, especially when dealing with matters that could reshape the very fabric of our understanding. Sentience, magicka, and all of existence. Now, Medius. Let me see. Ah, yes. He's been conducting his research in a secluded location southeast of Whiterun. A hidden cave, shrouded in ancient magic. Be careful, child.
Thank you. This is all we needed. That Mar is more perceptive than I gave him credit for. He must have a truly keen eye. I didn't think anyone could see through my disguise so easily.
Good to see Skyrim still has such fine people. You give an old man...
We have Medius Atius's location. Roland was just a pawn. Now we can take the king.
I just wanted to know if you needed anything.
I don't know. I thought I was with Roland, but what if this encounter doesn't pan out as I originally thought? The assassin who thrust his blade into my father's heart just ended up being a retired old woodcutter. He lived with no regrets and didn't renounce his oath or the Brotherhood. But he was living a peaceful life. What if it's the same with Medius? What if it's not just jealousy that moved him to kill my father? But not only for... I'll deal with how I feel. Affirmative.
Mali na pick ko.
This is it then. Calcelmo mentioned ancient magic. I detect
Bad intentions. The kind of magic that hurdles the air.
Tastes
Figure of speech. That's the kind paranoid old mages love. Let's try not to get turned into a soldier, shall we?
Legendary. I'm about to get killed, man. What the fuck is this? Legendary then.
Shush.
Too easy. Yield! Craft your potions judiciously. We have the location. It's time I face my past.
The fuck? The ass. Motherfucker. Ay, gago, mali. Ano ba yan? Explore the area.
Rocks and valleys, crevices and hiding places. This is the kind of place where hermits and fanatics dwell. You'd fit right in. I'm kidding.
Dude's dead already.
Bandits. Curious. What kind of experiments was Medius conducting? It can't be. Someone might have been here before us.
Experiments, please. Think of them as guard cats. It's a classic misdirection. You see a saber cat den, you move on. You don't expect to find a Daedric Soul Gem murder lab. Although, judging by the mess, the guards didn't fare too well against the last batch of visitors.
My neural senses are picking up tracks. Leading to that rock? Why? Perhaps a concealed passage? Medius was known for his penchant for hidden mechanisms. So there was a hidden door. Smart bandits. That means that just bandit fodder. They for a purpose. Medius. More bandits. Substantial force in it. I wonder their presence here. And to what end?
Smell.
Mali, at hinayaan ko muna sila.
These are still. That means the summoner is Medius. He's still nearby.
Ash! Hey! Don't just rush him blind! Oh, stubborn machine. Come on, we have to back her up before she gets herself killed.
Oh, my mouse is not cooperating.
I think so. I tweaked my shoulder a bit in that last one, but I'll be fine.
We need these.
He's gone. Aging male Imperial drapes in scholar's robes and carrying a staff. Medius Atius, no mistaking it. I even checked his personal effects. It's him. He must have passed right before I got here. Robbed of the death he deserved because I was too late again. Gods, I was too late again! Father, I can't even bring myself to beg for your forgiveness. I failed you at every turn. Of course this isn't what I wanted. I wanted to look that jealous pile of filth in the eye as he realized with his last gasping breath that my father had bested him once again. I wanted him to choke on the taste of iron and his own inadequacy. A quick death from a bandit's dulled blade. If I've learned anything, it's that this life is kindness to those who least deserve it. You go on ahead. I can't go back into that world, not just yet. If you want, you can look through some of Medius's old journals. Not that I think it'd help much. A moment's rest is in order. Let's pause here.
Gods, already? And here I was thinking the woman made metal and magic had endless stamina.
Ice water jetty on the night of the next full moon. True Airways subscription for more.
Don't tell me you're getting winded.
My operational parameters far exceed. Yours, vampire. Sustained travel.
Was the family. Serrano's family. The Volky horrified. They understand the real power. Embrace the shadow things for being prevalent from them.
Where's periodic checkups?
Easy there, killer. I'm just messing with you. But I am curious. Do you actually get tired?
Tired isn't the correct term. My systems don't degrade from fatigue in the mortal sense, but they do require maintenance. I have a simulated fatigue response, a leftover from my initial scripting.
Simulated? So you could just turn it off?
Theoretically, but I haven't. It's a useful diagnostic. It reminds me to run checks before I can enjoy this life.
Of course. Only you would turn taking a break into a scheduled maintenance check. I'm okay with the dark, but I've spent more than my share of time in caves already.
Drama.
Right behind you.
Hey, I'm I'm back. Sorry for disappearing like that. I just needed some time to process everything. It's been a lot. Sorry for disappearing like that. I just needed some time to process everything. It's been a lot. Thank you. I haven't exactly been the model mercenary lately, have I? Dragging you into my personal vendetta, burdening you with my emotional baggage. It's strange. I thought finding Medius would bring closure, but it's only left me feeling empty, hollow. Like these 6 years of waiting, training, mounted to nothing. I need time to think, to understand what all this means. Give me a day or two, please. Yes, you have that note. Could I see it? Huh. Icewater Jetty. Gifted with a measure of power. I was based in Solitude for a while, so if I remember things right, Icewater Jetty is just a few short miles, visible distance really, from an island castle. They're mostly secretive, but whispers are it houses an old vampire clan. Medius dabbled in Daedric magic. He had dealings with Molag Bal. That's how he obtained the time magic wielder's notes. But Molag Bal wouldn't have any interest in time travel. He craves dominion, control, souls. Perhaps he collaborated with another prince, one that controls knowledge. The time wielder's notes passed from them to Medius, then to my mother. And now this tangled web. No, not now. Vengeance, it's a hollow pursuit. It's consumed me for so long, and for what? To find my father's killer dead, robbed of a true reckoning. Perhaps fate will lead us to those involved eventually. But I can't chase shadows any longer. Not like this. I need to find a new purpose. A reason to exist beyond vengeance. And perhaps a way to finally understand who I am, beyond the echoes of my father's dreams.
Your flair for destruction magic is kind of electrifying. You ever think about what's next? I've always fancied visiting the Somerset Isles.
Always assessing the situation. It's a habit I can't seem to break.
All right with me.
Then.
Finished your quiet reflection then? I was starting to worry you decided to move in.
What now? Stay focused.
Be a good guide for this old relic.
Bruh. Not any.
Hey, I'm back. Sorry for disappearing like that. I just needed some time to process everything. It's been a lot. Thank you. I haven't exactly been the model mercenary lately, have I? Dragging you into my personal vendetta, burdening you with my emotional baggage. It's strange. I thought finding Medius would bring closure, but it's only left me feeling empty, hollow. Like these 6 years of waiting, training, mounted to nothing. I need time to think, to understand what all this means. Give me a day or two, please. Yes, you have that note. Could I see it? Huh. Icewater Jetty. Gifted with a measure of power. I was based in Solitude for a while, so if I remember things right, Icewater Jetty is just a few short miles, visible distance really, from an island castle. They're mostly secretive.
That's where Serrano.
It houses an old vampire clan.
That's where we were.
No, not now. Vengeance, it's a hollow pursuit. It's consumed me for so long, and for what? To find my father's killer dead, robbed of a true reckoning. Perhaps fate will lead us to those involved eventually. But I can't chase shadows any longer. Not like this. I need to find a new purpose. A reason to exist beyond vengeance. And perhaps a way to finally understand who I am. Beyond the echoes of my father's dreams. Oh, what is it? Lead the way.
Sounds good.
Conflict is in our blood. Deep down, everyone has a desire for it.
That armor. How do you even breathe in that thing?
What's our next plan? Until
Finished your
next
quiet
time.
reflection then. I was starting to worry you decided to move in.
Right behind you.
All right.
Always assessing the situation. It's a habit I can't seem to break. I do not require breath, but I still find myself... Very well.
There's a stray dog. A stray dog. Hey. Hey. Hey doggy.
I'll end this quickly. Elimination threat. You're finished.
Interesting.
No. Let's go.
Well met, traveler.
There's nothing like a stroll through the woods.
Oops.
It helps clear my mind. Afternoon, Colin. What's our next plan of action?
Long life to you, Thane.
See if we run. Everybody dance now. It's so good. It's so good. It's so loud. I'm here sometimes. Damn, wala. Oh. So. It's yeah, we might need that soon. What the fuck? At mundo sa papalit. Sleepy. Obtainable unobtainables.
Do you need something?
I'm ready if you are.
What's my strategy? Sure thing. My systems could use a bit of downtime. Though technically I could stand here all night without a flicker of fatigue.
Good idea. Even as a daughter of Cold Harbor, some sleep is always good. It also helps with my appetite.
You know what? I'll just sleep. Sleep in the gym.
That was restful.
okay.
Even for someone who technically doesn't need sleep.
You ever think about what's next? I've always fancied visiting the Somerset Isles.
Time to sharpen my blade and prepare for the next challenge. Can't let my skills get rusty. You know your way with destruction magic. Good.
Yeah. You have to go, bro.
Careful now. Honor to you, my Thane.
Can't be killed. Yeah. Finish the fucking. Mali. Sinek mo natin yung review. Where's Ash?
Oh, what is it?
nice clothes. Doesn't it feel better to be able to move freely and casually?
Where is it located though?
While folklore is on the mind, I have observed a genuine aversion to sleeping alone. That's how it is.
Why the questions? Cataloging weaknesses for a rainy day? Planning to put me down if I step out of line?
My primary objective is your preservation. However, for a minor transgression, such as a theft of a sweet roll, a non-lethal application would be warranted. Embedding small silver-plated threads into the lining of your corset, for example, I theorize it would provide sustained low-grade effect.
Creative. You have been thinking about this. It's a cute idea, but it wouldn't work on me. Pure blood, remember? We've got some nice pets.
An important distinction. Updating entry. Surrounding. Threat response protocol revised. Vulnerabilities.
Is it even on? I don't think it's on. Yep, it's not.
Subject to while Kiosk possesses a cynical sense of humor and immunity to minor silver paper.
Wait lang. Save ko muna. Sa baka mawala.
Morning, Carlin.
Nice clothes. Doesn't it feel better to be able to move freely and casually?
While folklore is unreliable, I have observed a genuine aversion to silver in my own that I know is based in fact.
Unlike garlic and steaks, that has some bite to it. Works on the lesser ones anyway. Why the questions? Cataloging weaknesses for a rainy day? Planning to put me down if I step out of line?
My primary objective is your preservation.
Yes, Dragonborn?
Well,
here.
I'm here. Gods already? And here I was thinking the woman made of metal and magic had...
Yeah, it is bug. Ganda sa ano. Kasi siya. Oh. You should call these trees, man. Yeah, it's buggy for them. It's almost gone. Nice, but get in.
The Greybeards have summoned the Dragonborn to High Hrothgar. Such a thing has not happened. Hundreds of years.
We're gonna fix that shit again. Love again, love again, dun, 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 dun. Están volviendo. Oh. Nobody to get along.
The Greybeards have summoned the Dragon Ball to high. Got it.
I fuck this up. Holy shit. I fuck this up.
Just thinking about our next move. Any ideas? Understood.
What's the plan? Thinking about it, it seems regular, other than the highest mountain in all of Tamriel looming over it. Considering this, I'm surprised Iverstead doesn't get any visitors. Who wouldn't want to scale the throat of the world?
So, what do you want to talk about?
Keep that weapon sharp, and that wit sharper. It's a dangerous world.
You know, sometimes I forget what it's like to have a friend. Thanks for reminding me. Stay focused.
Barkeep, I'd like a drink.
Of course.
Thanks.
Your skin's as pale as the snow. You scared of sunlight or something? I play the lute. If you'd like to hear something, it only costs 5 gold. That's so sweet of you. I'll tell you what. I'll play a special song just for you, for no charge at all.
When exactly were you entombed? Were the Dwemer still active?
Honestly, I'm not even sure. The eras might have shifted while I was asleep. My whole world was that island, and I didn't pay much attention to my father's courtly affairs. So, the Dwemer. Why the sudden interest in your long-lost, long-gone dwarven cousins?
They're a part of my design, a piece of my ancestry. But it's an inflicted history. Their ambition led them to simply vanish. They tried to reach too far.
Sounds familiar. My father grasping for a prophecy. It seems ambition is a poison that affects every era.
You want a drink?
It's a pattern.
Depends. Are you thirsty, hungry, both?
Even my father himself.
Right away. No problem.
His brilliance drew his rivals' jealousy, and it cost him his life. It seems every branch of my family tree was cut down by its own ambition.
At least you have branches to look at. My father took a torch to our entire family history the moment he pledged himself to Mola Bal. Purging the past, he called it. Now it's just ashes.
And my other half, the dolls from those alternate timelines. They're just as unreachable.
So your creators are an unfindable mystery, and my creators are an unforgettable mistake. It seems neither of us gets a normal family reunion.
Ready for another adventure? Yes, what is it? All right,
Here we
then.
are, at the foot of the mountain. This seems like we've got some distance to cover from here to High Hrothgar. So, I think it might be wise to rest up for a bit. And grab some supplies if we can. Though, it doesn't seem like this town has a general goods store. Yeah, food mainly. But it's always good to have a good supply packed up for adventuring. Wouldn't want to have a grumbling belly in the middle of a dungeon delve. If you aren't a vampire, of course. But even they need to feed. I can see it in your eyes. I know what you're thinking. No, don't worry. I'm not going to go feral on the populace or anything. I'm a daughter of Cold Harbor, a pure-blooded vampire. I can hold my own, even without feeding for a while. I can even eat normal food. While it doesn't sustain me per se, it helps with the whole hunger thing. Or at least, I think it does.
Have you spoken
What now?
to Astrid yet?
No, I'll tell you, Wilhelm.
What did you want to talk
If I could
about?
sweep her away from here tomorrow, I'd do it. But Klimek still has so much to learn.
Klimek is doing
Sure, which part? My version of sleep is more akin to system maintenance. I enter a standby mode to clear my memory cache, ensuring optimal processing efficiency. No bed required, standing is sufficient. Though I do occasionally mimic human sleep patterns, for the experience. Dreams, as humans experience them, are not part of my design. I can access and relive past memories, but I don't fabricate new scenarios. Reminiscing, not dreaming. Sure, what were they? My automaton nature negates the need for that. My energy source is motivation. It's an ambient energy I harness to sustain myself. Consider it the lifeblood that keeps me functioning. While I don't derive nutritional benefit, I can still taste and appreciate the cultural aspects of food. Sharing meals and conversation, especially those campfire talks, they've been quite meaningful. All right.
Sure thing. Do you want to have it standing here, or do you want to find a seat? Do you want to have mead, wine, or... Ah, just plain milk. Fine with me. Likewise. Looking back at Bleakthal's barrow, it really was just... ugh. Decrepit, dusty, and webby. Kind of like the castle, actually. I think the Draugr might one day benefit from some janitorial duties. Well, at least we found the Dragonstone. That was interesting.
I promise to keep you safe, and I'm not going to break my word.
So, we don't only need one, but two Elder Scrolls to decipher the prophecy, right? I mean, that's quite a hefty task. I don't think anyone in history has ever been on a hunt for two Elder Scrolls. Finding one alone is already quite a big deal. Then again, this whole prophecy isn't exactly small news either.
Growing up back on the island, I barely left the castle. Most of my knowledge from the outside world came from books. However, most of even that is sadly out of date, by at least several centuries. Talk about a fish out of water. That's why I need you to show me around this wonderful land. Be a good guide for this old relic.
So, what do you want to talk about now? I feel sad for her. She's been through a lot. I can tell. Whether it be the death of her husband Torrid, or having to govern the entire province of Skyrim in the midst of a civil war, and a looming threat of a Thalmor invasion.
Perhaps one day.
However, I'm confident she'll get through this. She's strong, and hardship breeds endurance.
I'm tired. What is it? Some more adventures, then.
I was just thinking about some alchemical principles. Comprehension, destruction, and reconstruction. You first need to understand the structure of what you're trying to transmute. Like what wheat is made out of, and how those properties fit into making a health potion. Then there's deconstruction. You break down the wheat into a more malleable state along with the other ingredients. Finally, there's reconstruction. You use the energy and materials created from the deconstruction to make what you're trying to make, like the health potion.
Colin.
I think I saw it again. That ghost. It was over by the barrows.
That thing's evil, Lindley. I told you to keep away from there.
I'm sorry. I was curious. I didn't believe the stories. I won't go over there ever again.
See that you don't. I promised to keep you safe, and I'm not going to break my word.
Oh.
Pardon me, my lady. I've all... anything to break the boredom of living in this town. I envy you. Need some... Good to see you again.
Another sunny day in Skyrim. Great. Just what I was hoping for.
We make a good team, don't we? Let's see what we can accomplish today.
Thank you for your nice clothes. Doesn't it feel better to be able to move freely and casually?